Okay, interesting. The way that they keep talking about Gestalts, I don't think Gestalts are human.
That's what's fucking me up. That's what I.
The assumption this whole time was that Gestalts were the human as opposed to the replica, much in the same way Nier was that way.
Right, but
this is
I also,
not this.
I don't know, and the only reason I don't know.
Well, they talk about controlling Gestalts and how a replica is better than a Gestalt.
But it's also the same thing where you could say that maybe it's just that they're so far deviated from seeing people as people and see them more as workers than anything else.
So calling them like human, as opposed to so human humans and robots.
Yeah.
Still not like whatever the class is of the upper echelons of whatever the class of people making these definitions are.
Yeah.
You know. It's like, oh, hey, Frank. Oh, yeah, we're just writing this stuff up for, those humans. Pesky humans and pesky robots. So beneath us,
I think you lost me, but sure.
But you know what I mean? Like they're writing this thing because they like you talk about. It's just like the society has further, like, othered themselves from the situation.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think so. I think that's what it's going for. And I'm going to assume that because otherwise the alternative is disgustingly hard on my brain.
So, like, replicas are, like, some sort of android thing, and Gestalts are, like, more biological, but, like, maybe with, like, a memory implant thing.
I don't even know, dude.
Like, that would be...
Because if you look... Here, go back, go...
Like, if you have humans...
Well, hang on. Close it. So, and then go to your memories. Memories. Go to the one that's the, dictionary or something.
It's literally called dictionary.
I think it is. Dictionary. Yeah.
So Gestalt was
replica. Well, go back. Replica.
Copy. Replica. Biomechanical
person.
Right. Synthetic reproduction
of a Gestalt. So it is a reproduction
of a Gestalt. Biological culture grafted onto an artificial endoskeleton enclosed and protected exoskeleton. Makes sense. Gestalt, shortened from your Gestalt, which is original state, compare archetype, prototype. So that's saying.
So what I'm seeing is that they're considering basically replicas to be the next form of life, basically, like they consider that the evolution, because it says prototype, specifically because of the use of the word prototype, which in my mind shows that it's not a... Maybe it is. No.
Well, the archetype. Archetype is... This is the archetype. This is the original. This is this thing.
Yeah.
Prototype is the weird part.
Yeah. Well, prototype...
It would insinuate the before, right?
Yeah, that's why I think that whoever's writing this, the Yusan... Oh, it is Yusan. Yeah. You can see it right there. It's Yusan. So the Yusan... But that's... Wouldn't this be considered a banned literature then? Because it's Yusan, not... Who are we fighting against?
Who's the enemy?
Who's the bad guy again? I can't remember the name. Oh, wait.
But,
it's in here.
But, specifically, though...
It's in here, somewhere.
Or a Gestalt is the before version of a replica. And again, the Gestalt could just be like a human clone-esque thing with the implanted memories thing.
Revolution.
If you assume that the Gestalt is the first variant of then the replicas, right? But they're still not human, so you separate the two, right? It's like the humans do their thing and they're human and they're fine, and then the memories and personalities of the human are then...
Empire. We're fighting against the Empire. The Yusan Empire, or is it the Yusan Nation? Oh, gosh. What are you doing?
War.
Okay. No running in the halls.
No running in the halls.
Okay. Terminology. Dude, Aeon has...
If Gestalts are human, then it's fine. Everything makes sense, as it made sense before. If Gestalts are not human, I think they are some sort of first variant of the replica program.
Maybe.
It's like, again, like a humanoid, a human in all facets except the like memories or like an implant or something. Right. It's like a perfect clone, or as close to a perfect clone as they could get it.
Yeah.
That's just all biological. So it's human, right? It's the closest thing to human. And then the Gestalt, and then the replicants are built off of the Gestalt. That way, almost, well, if you think about it that way it would almost leave the humans totally unharmed in the situation. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because the replicants and the Gestalts have a very destructive, if I recall correctly, they have a very destructive relationship where if they start to, like, interact with each other, it becomes bad. Isn't that how that works in the Gestalt and Replicant? When the Replicant finds its original Gestalt, or it starts having flashbacks of who they were.
Oh, well, that
thing?
Specifically, I don't think it's ever mentioned, but you would assume it would be.
So then,
yeah, that's never specifically ever mentioned.
But wouldn't that be bad for the Gestalt and the Replicant if that were to happen?
I mean, it could be.
So
because the Gestalt, the neural pattern is not. It's not an active neural pattern. It's a copy. Like, if I took a picture of your brain right now, you know nothing about the future.
Right.
You know, and it's not even that you have memories. You just act the manner that you do right now.
Right.
Eventually, if your persona destabilizes, you gain memories.
Sure. Which is what
presumably,
we just talked about. Right.
But also corrupt, possibly. If remembering from Adler's.
Adler goes into a state of insanity because of that whole thing.
Yeah, well, that's also because of...
he also breaks the rules, doesn't he?
Well, he does a lot of shit. But I presume it's because of also the influence that's going around that we'll get into later.
Well, even if it's like a bioresonance thing where it's like to stop humans from being affected by the bioresonance, they create the Gestalts, the first line of Gestalts, and then they make the replicas off of that. Even that would make sense to try to save the humans from any kind of bioresonance from the Folk units.
Yeah.
So they're unaffected from Folk units. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Folk units affect the replicants and the Gestalts. But what if they made the first line of Gestalts to be like a funnel?
Well, does Falk also?
Yes, it mentions that.
Does it? I love godlike being, protector.
I swear it mentioned that somewhere.
It might have. Maybe that's a different thing.
Maybe
it's a different.
I swear it mentions that.
Maybe it does. Anyways, let's keep going.
I think that would be interesting if the Gestalts were conduits for the bioresonance, so that the humans themselves could be free of that thing.
No, because they just call them being bioresonant. They don't call it anything else. Like they label a different person as bioresonant. They don't say she's a Gestalt.
Right.
Oh my God, Scotty, you gotta go through all 6 pages again. All right. Go talk to them. What are you doing? Go talk to them.
I'm looking.
Talk.